Hey everyone, welcome to Reality Report with Ryan, where I talk about news, politics, debunking fake news, the woke mind virus, all from the perspective of a center-right leaning man who happens to be gay, but don't worry, we're not the Rainbow Mafia over here. So like, subscribe, and join us to lose your mind as we are every single day. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something that is very disturbing, but I think we need to talk about it anyway because this is happening. This is real. This is not some make-believe world that we're living in where everything's perfect, sunshines and roses. This stuff is happening, and thank God that we have an administration and now that's actually going after these people. So we're going to talk about a recent child trafficking ring that was found in Bibb, Alabama. Several arrests have already been made, and we're expecting a lot more because this is opening up to potentially be connected to cartels. And I want to talk a little bit at the end about what we may not be thinking about the cartels and their influence on Americans.
I've been in law enforcement for 33 years, and this is absolutely the most horrible thing I've ever seen when it comes to victimization of children.
The sheriff of Bibb County releasing new shocking details in a case that's best described as a child sex trafficking ring.
And WVTM 13's Lisa Crane, she's been following this story for us. She's live and local at the sheriff's office right now. So Lisa, what did you learn today?
Well, the most tragic news coming from that press conference today is that they have identified 10 victims, boys and girls, as old as 15 and as young as 3 years old, and they believe there are more of those victims out there. Now, we want to warn you, the details in this case are very disturbing, and some of the images we're going to show you may also be upsetting. But today, Sheriff Jody Wade actually released the picture of the inside of the bunker where they say the atrocities took place. For as long as 2 years this was going on. Authorities say the child victims were tied to that bed and that chair, as well as a pole in that bunker. Then people paid money to violate them. Now you can see the outside.
Some of these kids have been being abused in that bunker, locked down in that bunker for over 2 years. And that's as long as we know of so far. Like, they're saying that these are the only kids that we know of. Are we going to find kids like buried in the ground somewhere around here? Or do they have other locations? I'm pretty sure they probably do. And I also want to mention, while we're looking at this lineup of these inbred retards right here, that the first guy who was running this whole operation, Andre Trejo there, you can see he's got a little smirk on his face like he thinks this is fucking funny. This evil, demonic, satanic piece of shit thinks that this is funny.
Of the building. It was built as a storm shelter but used as a den of horrors for these children. Take a look at the now 7 people who have been arrested in this case. It appears the first person you see there, Andres Trejo, was running the operation. He's charged with multiple counts of human trafficking. The other 6 people, Chase McElroy, Dalton Terrell, Timothy St. John, Rebecca Brewer, Ricky Terrell, and Sarah Terrell, are facing charges from rape, sodomy, sexual torture, to human trafficking, kidnapping, even bestiality. The sheriff today spoke with how the alleged perpetrators found the victims.
Unfortunately, animals like this, they do have their own network. They've got people that they can call. They've got ads they can take out, be it on any kind of social media platform or something like that. So it is somewhat of an underground thing, but it is well known. Not all the offenders were necessarily.
They run this like a business. They just use like the dark web and secret words and things like that. Like, I learned that the 100, you know, when you type in 100 into social media or your phone and it comes up with the little icon that's the red 100 and it's like italic, it means 100%. I've learned that actually can be used as some type of slogan for child trafficking. That's why you'll never see me type that on there on the comments anymore. I'll just put the regular 100% because I'm not putting that on there, because they actually use this. They use different symbols and things. Y'all heard about the Wayfair thing a while ago where they were selling children on Wayfair. They use different platforms and different words that are code for trafficking children. And these are major operations. And there is a connection here that I'm going to get to after this video.
necessarily familiar with the people that they were purchasing the kids from.
Now, the sheriff says there are many victims are children of the accused. The victims, many of them anyway, are children of the accused. Not only does the sheriff believe that there are more victims out there, but he also believes they're going to be making more arrests in this case. There may be more perpetrators as well. Coming up at 5, we're going to hear from the sheriff on why the Department of Homeland Security is also involved in this investigation. Live in.
So some of these inbred retards had children to abuse them. They had children to actually abuse them. We don't currently know the relationship between the 3 Terrells, but I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say inbreeding is at hand here. Now, I want to get into that last part that she just mentioned about how Department of Homeland Security is involved in this, because there is a reason for that, and it involves potentially the cartels. So in that video, she was saying children as young as 3, but this article is saying as young as 2. Tortured with shock collars. Absolutely disgusting. This is the guy who this is the guy who was running this entire thing. And down here, some of the children were his and Brewer's children. Here's one of the other inbred retards right here. All 3 Terrells charged are related to each other, though their exact connection and the nature of their relationships is unclear. Yeah, they're probably like cousin, brothers, sisters, moms, dads. Disgusting. Other arrested suspects were allegedly responsible for selling and purchasing the children. According to the court records, Velasquez Trejo would additionally sell nude pictures of the victims, according to a criminal complaint. And the reason why Department of Homeland Security is involved is because part of the unified investigation will probe suspects' potential affiliations with the Mexican gang Serranos, which makes the majority of its profits through child sex trafficking. And Serranos is a Mexican-American gang that originated in Southern California. Imagine that. And I'm sure the Homeland Security is involved because some of these people are probably here illegally and some of them are probably here legally on papers, and we need to get them out. We need to get them, revoke their citizenship, denaturalize, and deport to the worst prison that you can possibly send them to. And I looked into some of these cartels are actually satanic. Like they do, some of the cartels, I know this is a gang that we're talking about, but some of the cartels practice satanic rituals before bringing people over the border, and they sexually assault people during those rituals. So I would not put it past. There's no known information that this gang is satanic, but some of them adopt satanic symbols and things, but they're not connected to Satanism. But I would no doubt believe that some of these people do practice satanic rituals while they're doing these things to these children. This is satanic. Like, whether you are religious or not, this is satanic. So I know this isn't technically a cartel, but the gangs work with the cartels. And I'll tell you that the cartels and these gangs are all trying to recruit United States citizens. They're trying to recruit people to work for them. And once you start working for them, no matter what they ask you to do, you're stuck or they'll kill you. So they are going around all of the United States, cartels and Mexican gangs and other Latino gangs, and they are recruiting U.S. citizens to work for them and be their secret little operators inside of the country. So like I said in the beginning, I don't have too much to say about this. This is very disturbing. I am glad that we're getting these people off of the streets, and I feel for these children because this is going to stick with them for the rest of their lives. And God only knows how many more other children or how many more other bunkers or other areas that they are abusing children. But I hope that we find out very quickly. This is going to be covered Five of the people that were arrested are to be seen in court next month. So I'm going to be following up on that. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I think I know how we all feel about this, but it helps in the algorithm to leave a comment, even if you just want to leave a sad face or an angry face. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any more content. And I will see you on the next one.